Hey guys, what's going on? Blaine back for another Netflix review, and today I'm going to be talking about The Life List. The Life List is an American romantic comedy drama based on the novel of the same name, and tells the story of Alex, a young woman who feels lost in life despite convincing herself that she enjoys working for her mother's company. Her life gets turned upside down when her mother dies from cancer, and her family members have to sort out the inheritance. Much to her surprise, Alex finds out that her share of the inheritance has been kept away from her until she can fulfill a series of goals from a life list that she made in her childhood. This results in a fulfilling and challenging journey where Alex rediscovers her true self and brings connections with others that could blossom into something more. I was worried this movie was going to turn into another kissing booth situation based on the premise, but I'm happy to say the movie turned out well. It still has some flaws and cliches with its presentation, but it deals with heavy young adult themes in both an interesting and mature way, while still having fun with them. Sofia Carson does a great job in the role of Alex. She kind of has the same personality as she did in Purple Hearts in terms of being sassy and lippy toward others, but she has more of an opportunity to show an emotional side to her character, and she plays the part well as a frustrated young woman who doesn't know what she wants. Her struggles are relatable as someone who works hard to try and fit in with others instead of doing what she wanted to do for herself. It's the classic case of someone being their own worst enemy, and I enjoyed seeing her rediscover her true self as her own person through the list. And much like life itself, the goals she pursues ebb and flow over the course of the story, which helps the story to its advantage. Some are serious in nature, like repairing the strained relationships that she has with her family members, or as mundane as reading Moby Dick to completion, but they all have a part to play in the story. The variety of tasks that Alex takes part in not only makes the movie more fun to watch on account of how unpredictable it makes the story, but it also plays a role in Alex's character development. She has to learn to take a chance on following her gut instinct and try new things, which is a good lesson that helped me connect to her more. The mother-daughter relationship adds another layer to Alex's ongoing journey throughout the story. Her mom, who's played by Connie Britton, adds a lot of personality to the goals through DVDs that Alex collects every time she fulfills a goal, and the audience gets a real sense of how much she loves her daughter, while also encouraging her daughter to work hard and be true to herself. I love the dynamic between these two characters and how Alex slowly realizes who she's meant to be through her mother's wisdom. The only thing I didn't like about the DVD segments is how talkative Alex is during them, and I understand she's trying to act as if her mom is really there, but there's times when it interrupts the dialogue, and that can be confusing. There's other characters involved in the story as well, most notably the lawyer Brad Ackerman, played by Kyle Allen. He's responsible for supervising the life list challenge that Alex undertakes and handing out the DVDs one by one, but he gradually becomes more involved in her endeavors and helping her achieve what she needs to achieve, which of course leads to an inevitable romance. While their romance is extremely basic and formulaic, I am glad that it at least feels natural in its execution. It takes time for the characters to build affection for each other, just as it would in real life, which ties into the perseverance aspect of chasing after goals according to the list, and it's intriguing to see Brad experience his own conflict later in the movie too. I'm also glad the movie didn't fully resort to a love triangle, which seems to plague a lot of movies with romantic themes in them. There is another love interest in the movie in the form of a principal that Alex strikes a chord with at the school that she's hired to work at, but he doesn't amount to much, and again the conflict feels ordinary. I'm just glad the movie doesn't create too much drama where it doesn't need it. That being said, the drama ends up being the best and worst part about this movie. When it comes to the lessons from the life list, it's great and it really pulls you into Alex's world. But there's so many things surrounding the life list that feel shallow and cliched in their execution. The most ridiculous one for me is the boyfriend Alex has at the beginning of the movie named Finn. He's a stoner douchebag gamer nerd that would never in a million years be able to date a woman like Alex in real life. But in Magic Movie Land, we're supposed to believe it can happen? Yeah, right. The whole movie in general feels familiar. Everything from Alex's mom dying of cancer, to the sibling rivalry Alex faces, to the overall structure of romance has been done before. It's not that these elements are done badly, but they don't have a whole lot of originality behind them, which is disappointing. Most of the drama that unfolds through Alex's journey of self-discovery is warranted, and the movie attempts to offset some of that through comedy. Once again, it's great that the list has variety and doesn't make everything so serious, like how Alex performs stand-up comedy or gets a tattoo. I'll even admit that her ex Finn made me chuckle a few times with his antics, even if they were ultimately cringeworthy. Unfortunately, the movie can get carried away with the dialogue in this regard. Aside from terrible scenes like characters bantering over what's alpha and beta, the dialogue feels stilted, almost as if the filmmakers are trying to tell the audience exactly how the characters feel, but without making it sound natural. The movie does a better job at communicating the weight and tone of its story when it just allows it to breathe, and this was a lot of fun to see. Despite how serious it can be at times, I enjoyed how surprisingly light and breezy its atmosphere was, and the life list helps a lot in this regard. However, the movie also does well at this aspect through its setting and soundtrack. Seeing Alex navigate her way through the city of New York lends itself well to the life list goals, in that she's lost in a huge world and trying to find herself again. And the soundtrack matches the tone at the right moments, especially at the part where Alex uncovers a shocking truth behind her family. The theme of passion and living life to the fullest isn't exactly an original idea, but it's the simultaneously casual and relatable manner in which the movie approaches it that makes it more interesting. At some point in our lives, we've all let go of some big goal that we've had in our minds in favor of trying to meet others' expectations, and this serves as a reminder that maybe it's time to start taking chances again. Overall, The Life List is a solid drama that isn't exactly original in its concept, but its approach to this concept makes it worth watching. If you like thought-provoking dramas and want to watch one that isn't overly depressing to watch, you should check this one out. It has rough spots with its dialogue and cliches, but they don't get in the way of the bigger message behind it, and the light atmosphere combined with the varied narrative and characters make it all the more meaningful. It shows that life can be exactly what you make it to be, and more often than not, our gut instincts are right. What did you think about this movie? Did you think it was a worthwhile adaptation of the book and its messages, or did it not live up to your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways guys, that's going to wrap up my review of The Life List. Thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always stay tuned for the next part where next time I review the French crime comedy, Banger. Bye bye!